of greatest concern to us is the Illard. The third, not Illard. Oh my gosh, it's the Third Legion. The third Legion, not Illard. Bruh. Words are hard. Words. I'm ashamed. No one clipped that. I know for sure Frizz is not. Everyone likes the garments I prepared for them. The time I spent polishing my skills wasn't in vain. In case you're wondering, Grahatia is in an outfit suited for traveling, while his weapon uses a piece of the Crystal Tower as the focus. Brilliant, right? Now, I know we probably shouldn't go around chipping bits of elegant relics, but it was just one little piece. Oh, greetings, Zordia. Come to look in on our friends. Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them, and have satisfied myself that they are all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we? Oh, there's voice acting. Oh my gosh! I forgot! I forgot how this game works. It's been a while since I've seen MSQ. Oh, he's gonna go? I don't know if that's a good idea after what happened to Alphino, but he's been there a few times now. I've been watching a bunch of other streamers play Final Fantasy XIV, and they're all in English dub. I literally forgot how all of them sound in Japanese. I was like, oh, Ryanje, that's how you sound. Oh, true. True. I swear, they keep making fun of each other, it's great. The music stopped. This could either be a good thing or a bad thing. Lise! Why is she here though? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. She was worried about her friends. Fair enough. Cute. I love Gratia! He's so fanboying! Oh my gosh, I think he's my favorite. Oh, he's new. Seeing him makes me so happy! I like how Lisa's like, I've heard about you from the others. No, you do not understand, Lise. Raha knows about, like, he did research. He was fanboying. I love it. Aww, Alphino really talking him up. Ah, cute! Stop! He's such a dork. I love him.
For now. For now.
転生組のアシンは今なお残っているでしょう。しかしオリジナルが消えたとなれば
There is still, what's his name? Not Asahi. Hashtag not Asahi. Hashtag not our Asahi? What do we call him? He's not Kage. Hashtag not Asahi. Not Sahi.
依然として警戒は必要ですが、当面の危機は避けられたと考えて良いでしょう。
よかった。
I like how she says, I'll take that as a yes, but she's like, that's a relief in Japanese. I don't really like how they wrote Lise in the English, if that makes sense.
世界の統合は起こらない。ゾディアークが完全な力を得ることもない。でも、最古にして最強と謳われる万神が不完全な形であれ、存在し続けていることには変わらないわ。私たちは未来を継いでいく。だからこそ、それが悪用されないよう見守るべきだと思うのよ。世界を救いたいという願いを込められたあの万神を。
The primals.
リセはどうしてここに?
Yeah, why are you here, Lise?
いけない。みんなと再会できたのが
True.
嬉しくって、本来の目的を忘れるところだったよ。今日は同盟軍の伝令として来たんだ。帝国の剣なんだけど、バリス帝の死後、そのいとこにあたるネルワって皇族が
Nerva?
後継者に名乗りを上げたらしいんだ。だけど反発する勢力との間で内戦状態に突入。すでにテイとガレマルドは戦闘によって崩壊状態だっていう噂もあるほどなの。
The fall of the Garlean Empire.
それを踏まえてこれからアラミ語で会議が開かれるんだけど、暁にも参加を依頼したいんだ。
Nerva, for some, like, Nerve reminds me of Evangelion, and then on top of that there was the Sorrow of Warlight, which has a lot of Eva references among other things. So, like, is there a connection? Probably not. I'm probably just overthinking. Let's continue.
こっちもちょうど帝国に潜入しようと考えていたところだ。出発前に最新の情報を共有してもらえるなら助かる。
よし、それでは皆でアラミ語に向かうことにしよ
う。悪いんだけど、私は欠席させてもらっていいかしら。どうしてもやりたいことがあって。
I'm assuming we go with Elisee. That's the name of the quest.
さっきも何か言いかけていたね。そのことかい？
ええ。実は。
Right! Gaboo!
なるほど。ポークシーを使った積み食い化の治療。あれを応用するという話だね。
I love that she gets to use her Porxie.
テンパードの治療って夢みたいな話じゃない。会議の方は全員が参加する必要もないんだし。
You're uninvited.
研究絶対に進めてみるべきだよ。
That kind of that I don't know. The way she says that sounds kind of rude. She sounds so much nicer in Japanese, and then I read the English, and I'm like, she sounds kind of. She can come off as kind of rude. I don't know if that's just me.
ありがとう。よければあなたも手伝ってくれない？お堅い会議の方が好きって言うなら別にいいけど。
I like stuffy meetings. What meeting? Lead on.
そうこなくちゃね。
Maybe I should have said I like stuffy. I should have seen what she would say.
だったら俺もぜひ同行させてくれ。
Yes, come with me.
そんなに意気込まなくても誰も反対なんてしないわよ。思う存分英雄と冒険してらっしゃい。
How cute can he be? How cute can he be?
そういうつもりじゃ。ただ第一世界での経験が役立つかもしれないと。
You just want to hang out with the warrior of light. It's okay. It's okay.
では我々は会議に向かうとするよ。
That was so cute. Oh man. Graha, best boy. When Ishtala's about, one cannot afford even the slightest slip.
Don't worry, I can say with complete confidence that Graha is dressed for anything.
I love this.
When I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind, and having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I'm convinced that the same must be true of the tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin-Eaters, the aether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant, and though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, I'll say, and it warrants full investigation. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Beklog would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so, before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Allegans took a more than passing interest in the subject. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, it would surely be at the Aetherochemical Research Facility. We haven't been there in a minute. Where they experimented on primals and their worshippers, yes? Good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, and I did read the reports on Azisla, which means we'll be needing an airship. So, Sid? An airship, you say? Meet me at the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel.
Does she now fly airships? Is this Tacharu's?
I give you the Bonanza, the Scion's very own airship. I built her as a company project with help from our friends in the Rising Stones, and named her for luck and prosperity.
Bonanza is for luck and prosperity?
Tataru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the Scion's fabled coinkeeper. Hee. I'll also introduce myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. But that's all right, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead.
I was worried she was gonna still drive us.
The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters. By the way, feel free to use them to get around Azisla. But enough talk. It's time to fly. All aboard!
Did I ever mention that I was fond of flying? Because I am. Be it on an airship, an Amaro, a chocobo, there's nothing so exhilarating as feeling the wind on your face as the horizon unfolds before you.
Honestly, Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Tataru has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are on Azisla, and Alphino's report did not do the scale of this place justice. This appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant, and...
oh my gosh. Graha, you are precious.
Yes, I believe I have my bearings. Though this is my first time on Azisla, I do have some familiarity with the place, thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to an aetherite, beyond which there will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. Time for our authority on Allegan artifacts to show what he can do. And here's the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Ah, there we are. Aconic corruption? An overview. That sounds promising. Indeed. Let us see what this report has to say. Confound it. The contents appear to have been deleted. What? No! Isn't there something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid. But it may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is where to look. It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. Is it likely that he kept a copy? I would say it is a distinct possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he would have had quarters on the Habisphere. We can ascertain the details at the Habisphere Control.
Let us return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the mana cutters. We will need them to reach our destination.
I forgot. You already have a suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship, then. We'll see you at the Habisphere. Welcome to Habisphere Control. How may I assist you? The mana cutter appears to be ironworks made, but I dare say Tataru will craft her own soon enough.
If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this node will be able to tell us its number. There, from what I recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of...
Warning, an evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the Habisphere is not permitted at this time.
Foiled again! In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the Fourth Umbral Calamity, and I doubt it will be lifted in the near future.
Energy level critical. Returning to base for recharging.
Well, surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example? A resort to that, I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form at points of stagnant aether throughout the continent.
You seem to recall? Are you honestly telling me that was in the records too?
I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning aspected aether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. A walking encyclopedia. A minor detail, I grant you, but my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much elegant knowledge. Besides, my studies helped me to feel connected to the source, to my home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, 'tis more exhilarating than I can well express. Aww. Now then, the lightning shard, if I may. I suggest we split up and search the beta quadrant. Oh, but beware of sprites. They are wont to manifest where aether is stagnant.
Now you're just showing off, which makes me think we should make a contest of this. The first to return here with the shard wins. What do you say?
Very well. It would be my honor to come third. He already thinks he's gonna lose. Graha, have more faith in yourself. Oh, so I was going the right way. What? I'm so confused. Found it. I have to remember how to I have to remember how to Sam. I found it. Bravo! That was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. I actually don't know who's... I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard is yours. What? What? What, no dramatic entrance? You remembered that? In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet an honest-to-God's hero, after all. Oh, Graha. Me being utterly confused for no reason. Well, the contest continues, so you had better hurry back. But one last thing. Thank you, Zordia, for bringing me here. You're welcome! Aww. Graha deserves all of the head pats. How do I get out? All the head pats. All the hugs.
Have you a shard? Then you win. I searched high and low, but couldn't find so much as a trace of stagnant aether. It appears that Elisee had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shard? What is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't?
That is a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could both learn a great deal from Zordia, and not only about the secrets of adventuring, but come, we should attend to our mission.
Excellent. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the Hemisphere. Only one obstacle remains, the security systems within. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I am right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes. But if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise us that you'll get out at the first sign of trouble. I promise. Wish me luck. Well, nothing for it but to sit tight. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption, an overview, sounds like a stadium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of Aether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alphino's was more philosophical, of course. Political, dare I say it. He chose to write a lengthy disclosure on our nation's duty to the world.
Sounds like Alphino.
A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Charleon's knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy.
Oh yeah, what about their parents?
At the time, of course, Alphino was utterly convinced of his views, and would cheerfully argue to death with anyone who saw things differently. By which I mean, the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, he's since learned to be a little more open-minded, but deep down he still holds fast to that one belief, and I admire him for it. I should have liked to meet the young Alphino. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the alien civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back! I didn't know you attended the studium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the Students of Baldessian convinced me to write one, with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I considered it no more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Good, an Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved, but enough about that. Is this the fruit of your foray? Yes, Owen's archive node was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it would be stored in this device. Shall we find out? Blip. Initializing. Scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as a guest, please complete biometric authentication. Blip. Verifying. Blip. Authentication complete. Guest identified as member of the royal family. I am at your most humble service, your highness. It never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis but a pity the effect will not last forever. Dogga and Une said as much when they granted me this gift, but until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. Blip. Searching. Bloop. One item found. Iconic corruption. An overview. The report is locked by the author. Please state password. Well, go on then, your highness. Tell the nice node the password.
Alice.
Right. Let's see. Glory be to Alag. Long live Emperor Zande. Blip bloop. Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Come now, passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance...
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah?
Password!
The look on Gra's face!
The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden!
Yo! The sass. She got out-sassed.
What? Did that thing just call me?
Wild Rose.
Blip bloop. Password incorrect. Again, be warned that any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. All right, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. Now, let's not be too hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it's them.
True. Graha's not wrong.
Come, let us bear the node back to the Rising Stones. Fine, I'll let Sid try his hand first, but if that doesn't work, we're doing it my way. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambrose did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext, however much I might look forward to seeing him again, him and everyone. But come, let us be on our way. Node is coming with us. Look at him, all but running, how sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting. Shall we? I take it you have news to share. So do I. I'm pleased to see your mission was a success, and in no small part due to the bonanza. Kryle's back too. I wonder what was decided at the council. Bleep. Large, low-born presence detected.
Rude? This note is rude.
Wonderful news, Zordia. Tachiru contacted Sid on our behalf, and he is on his way here even as we speak. While we wait, I should like very much to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Kryle? As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how to best respond to the events in Garlemald. According to the intelligence from our Doman allies, the war of succession rages on, and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern is the third, a legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears they have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Brutus? Aren't they the ones who took in Yotsuyu and Asahi? This bodes well. Xenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlight, they have decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions among the beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of a decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. Bluminsons, in particular, struggle in their efforts, and Alfino and Ishtola have been called upon to aid them. So long as we are dealing with the tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. But if we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything is possible, which is why we must succeed. And on that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in the Dawn's respite? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives. We've made the respite cozier than ever. You're going to love it. As important as Gabu is to me, I know only too well how much more is at stake here. A cure could change the whole world. Sid, at long last. Blip bloop. Warning, His Highness is exhibiting elevated blood pressure.
I freaking love Graha. He's so cute. Hey, the music. Oh no, he's gonna fanboy, isn't he? Sid! Aww. Cute. Aww. I love them.
Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we've had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, I would have been had you not fulfilled your promise.
Aww.
Ha! I still struggle with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did.
This music!
But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something. What is it?
Explanation, explanation, explanation.
Well, well, a treatment for tempering. And for the next step, you need to find the password to this Allegan's report. Just so, with nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus we turn to you. Well, I'd love to say that we could help you, so I will. One suitably configured Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Brambros. It contains an Allegan dictionary. Good thinking. I'll transfer that information to a terminal and set it to work right away. Looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom.
Oh.
Short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? I would, milady.
I love Graha!
Node, open the report entitled Iconic Corruption, an Overview. Password freedom. Password accepted. Bloop. Opening report. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. Ooh, hi. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the aether of the soul.
Oh?
Said aether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to the aether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question.
We get in lore bomb. Ooh.
By way of an example, exposure to the aether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause a subject's aether to become aligned with the element of earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics, as well as a preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh.
Oh, makes sense, makes sense.
The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to elemental alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged or stagnant during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner do the corrupted become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at a great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, men and women all, fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for the corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Aemon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested this decision, and for my impertinence I have been stripped of rank and title, and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I recorded in the hope that one day someone will undertake to do that which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of icon corruption. End recording.
Do they ever mention Owen in the Summoner questline?
So not even the Allegans were able to find a cure, or rather were not given the chance to do so. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Aemon's decision. More importantly, this confirms the stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True, yet were we simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear it would do naught to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever remaining in its thrall. If we could only make them remember who they were, so there's no point in reviving their soul unless we can also restore their sense of self. We could only make them remember who they are. But of course, memory transference. The process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will.
By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation, that is, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts.
I see. The theory seems sound, and our experience treating the light corrupted would help us to identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident you can adapt memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting.
They did, you are right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism, and I can see that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure.
Then perhaps it's better that we consider another approach.
Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, nodes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magics, which leads me to believe that we may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct years' worth of tests within the space of a few days.
Oh.
In theory, it would be no different from how we identified the password. But it'll take more calculating power, a lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task.
Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password?
To keep from prying eyes, of course. Why else? It was called Freedom. Password was called Freedom. Wait. A password that could be guessed by anyone with leisure and a dictionary wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. No, he wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom.
Exactly.
Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective. I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. I love this. You two, round up as many Magitech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop.
Right away, Chief.
Things are about to get very busy. Lucky we have you to help, eh?
All those Magitech terminals won't come cheap. Shut up, Tataru. Some things you shouldn't put a price on. Suffice it to say, I shall be of whatever help I can.
As with our first foray in the labyrinth of the ancients, we seek to venture into the unknown, and in order to succeed, we require not only knowledge and preparation, but daring besides, just like old times.
We're getting there, Zordia, one step at a time.
Right, while Grahatia and I configure the terminals, I want the rest of you to procure supplies, namely ceruleum to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better.
Leave the ice shards to me. I'll round up some adventurers and go on a gathering spree.
In that case, I trust Zordia and Alisei with the ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Take them to the Sky Steel Manufactory in Ishgard and the ceruleum processing plant in Thanalan. The people there will give you what you need.
Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to Thanalan.
Hey, we haven't been to Ishgard in a bit. Although I have, off-stream. But in terms of story. We shall see to it the terminals are ready by the time you return. If Alisei is bound for the ceruleum processing plant, you'll want to take yourself to the Sky Steel Manufactory. Off you go now. You stand in the Sky Steel Manufactory. What is it you require? So you are after ceruleum. In that case, please present the note to our engineer at the airship landing. She'll be glad to assist you. Ceruleum? You've come to the right You've come to the right man. Fair warning, though. The price has shot up on account of the uncertainty within the Empire, so I hope you've got the coin. Well now, a promissory note from the ironworks. Don't see many of these. Not that it's a problem. It's as good as gold to me. Ah! Baberick!
6カ国会議では会えなかったが、まさかここで君と再会できるとはな。すでに聞いているかもしれないが、各名士たちはそれぞれ新たな蛮神対策に乗り出しているのだ。
But I love Baberick.
我がイシュガルドもバヌバヌ族の長老をお招きして今後の対応を話し合うところだよ。
Wait, is this the first time I'm seeing Baberick in these graphics and not on PS4 graphics? Because he's looking sharp.
帝国との戦いも最終局面を迎えようとしている今、エスティニアンの力も借りたいところだが、相変わらず根なし草で
Babrick looking for Estinian.
石の家には少し前に顔を出したのだろう。次に会うことがあればよろしく伝えておいてくれ。
Actually, Baymerick, I was just hanging out with Estinian because I did the level 70 Dragoon quest.
ところで君はどういった要件でコードに？ テンパード化の治療。暁の考えることは途方もないな。万神対策の大きな助けにもなるだろう。となれば急ぎ気工房と掛け合って。
Hey, Baymerick coming in clutch. Thank you, Baymerick.
輸送にはイシュガルドの飛空艇を使うといい。我々もできることを全力でやる。君たちに最大限の助力をさせてくれ。
Thank you, Baymerick. I appreciate. Bye, Baymerick. I'm very scared to find out why the next expansion is going to be called Endwalker, other than it being like, you know, the obvious. You have to walk to the. I swear, Frizz. We done walking. I meant not the obvious.
疲れた。
Aww.
セリン水のバレルがあんなに重いなんて。
I love Alice. Pray return to the Waking Sands. The last time we walked to the Waking Sands. It's the end of the walk back. No, then that would be called end praying. Or end prayer. I'm gonna stop. Let's keep going.
あなたは人に運んでもらったみたいね。私も変な意地張らないで、そうすればよかったわ。
Yeah, don't. Being stubborn is not gonna work in your favor.
二人ともお疲れさん。しかし、私た手形以上の量があるようだが。
Tataru.
そうか。アイメリク卿が助かるぜ。
Yep, I'm very lucky.
こっちも初期設定は無事に終わってる。術式やら何やら大変ではあったが、頼もしい助っ人が来てくれたからな。
Seeing Graha on screen just makes me happy. New main scenario dungeon, sprint disabled. Bruh. RP walking only. Oh, Nero? Nero?
よう。
Hey!
久しぶりだな。
It has been a
テ
while.
ンパードの治療なんぞに興味はないが、アラグの連中ですらできなかったことをやるんだろう。俺がいなくちゃ始まらない。そうだろう、ガーロンド。
I love Nero. He's great.
それが請求書だけ置いてとんずらしたやつのセリフか。苦労して捕まえたんだ。うちの社員として給料分以上に働いてもらうぞ。ま、他にも付き合ってやる理由はある。どこぞの未来では天才技術者たちが
Destined,
次
huh?
元と時空を超える理論を確立したとか。功績の9割は俺様、1割がガーロンドってとこだろ。悪いが俺は未来の自分にだって負けるつもりはないんでね。この研究も踏み台にさせてもらう。なら俺は1割だけ。だがお前一人じゃ
Just the part that's beyond you. Oh my gosh, they're great.
勝手に言ってろ。さて、準備も無事に終わったことだ。シミュレーションを開始するぞ。
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
あとはこいつが術式を見つけるまで待つだけだ。お前はゆっくりしといてくれ。
Tataru's falling asleep. Oh, so are we. Wedge.
くそ、止めるしかないか。
Nero's
待
gonna.
ってくれ。もう少し、あと少しで術式が導き出せそうなんだ。
Graha. Add more ice. Add more ice. More ice.
おっと、こりゃダメかもな。
もうすぐ。頼む。
Graha?
来た。
Rude. Daihen.
大丈夫。消える前に術式を
Excuse me?
これなら理論上は
Wait, excuse me?
他の治療がきっとできる。
He memorized it before it faded. Graha, what can't you do?
メス全部お釈迦になっちまったっす。
Oh, Wedge.
悪い。俺が止めるなって言ったから。
Oh.
何、構わないさ。時空超越理論には遠く及ばないが、テンパードの治療は
Yeah.
きっとこの先の世界を変えるだろう。お前たちが紡ぐ新たな未来に貢献できたんだ。それに比べれば魔導端末なんて安いもんだぜ。
ありがとう。
さて、俺たちが協力できるのはここまでだ。
Alas, the Ironworks crew couldn't linger long, far too much to do. Yet brief though our time together was, it was bloody good to see them. At long last we have our cure. In theory, at any rate, we cannot be certain until such time as we put it to the proof. But I am quietly confident. Well, if we're to test it on someone, then I suggest Gabu. His symptoms are relatively mild. As long as you exercise due caution. Things can go wrong. I don't trust. Yes, as long as we exercise due caution, it will be fine. Without further ado then, let's make for Limsa. We've kept Gabu waiting long enough. I doubt I could contribute much toward what comes next, so I shall cheer you on from afar. Best of luck with the treatment.
I'll be praying for your success.
I love seeing Grati out and about. 'Tis plain Elisée is very fond of Gabu, to the extent that I have a hand in it. I shall do all in my power to bring him back.
Well, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our hosts bring Gabu to us at once.
Aw, Gabu.
ガブ、お利口にしてた？
Aww.
状況は相変わらずです。暴れることはないのですが、喋ることもなく、ただ静かにじっとしています。大丈夫よ。きっと直してあげるからね。
Oh, we have an audience.
ここで会うとは奇遇だね。
二人とも慢心対策の方を手伝ってるって聞いたけど、もう済んだの？リムサロミンサの会議に参加したのだけれど、出席するはずの海賊の一部が現れなくて、
Oh,
結局会議はお開きになったわ。
why?
仕方なく石の家に戻ろうとしていた矢先、君たちを見かけたというわけさ。ガブに会いに来ているということは、もしかして例の治療のめどが立ったのかい？
We'll see. We'll see if it works.
魔導端末による演算で術式の改変案を割り出すか。なかなかに興味深いね。不活性になっている魂をポークシーで活性化しつつ、記憶継承術を改変した術式で歪められた信仰心を戻す。
Oh.
確かに、エーテル学的にも理にかなっているわ。
Interesting.
でも、魂の活性化を先行させれば、信仰心まで強めてしまう。かといって、不活性化した自我のない状態では、新たな術式の効果も薄くなるはず。これらは同時に行う必要があるのではなくて。
Probably.
さすがは魔女マトウヤ。その通りだ。
だから新たな術式をポークシーに込めようと思う。ソウルサイフォンを改造した時の方法論を応用するわけさ。
Okay, let's see it done. The Porxie! Porxie! It's so cute! Look, it's you, Theo! It's you!
確かに。そうすればアンジェロは2つの魔法を同時に発動できるようになるわ。ラハがいちいち術を唱える必要もなくなるし、効率的よね。
It's so cute!
ただ難点がないわけでもない。新たな術式をポークシーに固定するためにはかなりの魔力が必要なんだ。前の俺ならクリスタルタワーから膨大な魔力を得られたが、今は良くて人並みだからな。
True.
そういうことなら私とヤシトラに任せてくれ。
ええ、久々の活動だっていうのに、やったことといえば会議くらいだもの。魔力なら有り余っているわ。
ありがとな。では始めるぞ。
Oh, I'm excited to see how this turns out. Oh? Graha! I love Graha! Graha! I'm so proud of Graha. Graha. So proud of Graha. They're like
ポー
spent.
クシーに術式を刻む。
What if Porxie explodes? Is Porxie gonna get bigger? Is Porxie gonna evolve? No. Okay. It would have been cool if he evolved.
これで固定できたはずだ。本当にたくさんの魔力がいるんだね。
かのアラグ文明でさえやれなかったことを成し遂げようとしてるわけだからな。アリゼ、次はそっちの番だ。実際の治療には今の魔法以上に時間も手間もかかる。集中できるように軍令部の部屋を借りよう。
I'm so proud of Graha. Porxie Ultra Instinct, your Porxie has evolved into Pig Knight. I wish, like, something changed in the Porxie's appearance. I felt like that was a missed opportunity.
付き添いは俺が。あんたを信じて待っててやってくれ。それが一番力になるだろうからさ。
Aww.
必ずカブを救ってみせるわ。じゃあ、行ってくる。
Aww. You got this, Alice. You can do it. You can do it.
では我々はあちらで待機するとしよう。アリゼたちを信じて朗報を待つんだ。
Well, this seems as good a spot as any to have a rest.
テンパードの治療法確立は長年万神問題を抱えていたエオルゼアにとって新たな突破口となるだろう。正直に言って私は積み食いかもテンパードかも治療の可能性はないと見て受け入れるしかないと考えていた。諦めることが現実的な大人の思考だとすら思っていたのさ。しかしアリゼは決して諦めず
Because Alice is awesome.
そして今回も我が妹ながら感服させられたよ。彼女の諦めの悪さ、いや厳しい現実に抗う姿勢を私も見習わないといけないね。
Aww. The respect. If it's any consolation, don't tell me, you tell her.
それもそうだ。と言っても正面から伝えたら怒られてしまいそうだね。
Alice? Did it work?
大丈夫かいアリゼ。
治療はどうだったの？
Did it? Yes? Yes? No? Yes, yes. It worked. Good.
みんな一緒で嬉しい。
カブ、
Is that our first time?
君は
Is that the first time hearing Gabu's voice? I've never heard Gabu's voice before. I've been giving Gabu like a Gabi voice. He sounds so cute. I was not expecting his voice to sound like that. Yay, it worked! I need to hear more of Gabu voice. Why is he so cute? Gabu sounds so cute. Aww.
アリゼやあんたたちの思いはしっかり届いてたんだよ。それがガブを踏みとどまらせたんだ。
Graha, best boy. Literally me throughout the entire stream. Graha, best boy. Gabu is best kid. Graha, best boy. Okay. Alize. Why is he so cute? That's a lot of people to help.
みんなにも伝えておきたいことがある。テンパードの治療には膨大な魔力が必要なんだ。ガブはアリゼ一人で治せたが、症状が重ければこんなものじゃ済まないだろう。
True. True.
加えて、理論上この術で治せるのは魂の変容だけだ。エーテル放射を重ねられ、肉体にまで変異が及んでいる場合は残念ながら治せない。
Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna fix everything.
つまり誰も彼も救えるような万能な術じゃないんだ。
Hey, you can save some. That's pretty good.
それでもガブの治療が成功したことは大きな一歩だわ。次は治療法を広めていく道筋をつけましょう。
Aw, the LSA's positive outlook is great. I love her.
そうなると次なる課題は治療用のポークシーをどうやって量産するかだね。第一世界で作られたものだが、原初世界でも作れるのだろうか。
使い魔のことだったら頼れる人は一人よ。マトウヤに相談しましょう。
Oh,
本物にね。
that's true. Ooh. We're gonna make an army of Porxies.
それじゃあまた会いましょう。
Oh.
アリーゼ、ありがとう。
Oh, I love Gabu. Bye, Gabu. Be good.
I said, welcome to my world.